And breaking news, the ex-CBI chief Ranjit Sinha now has challenged a Supreme Court order against him, which, remember, had ordered for a probe against him when we talk of the Birla Sahara diary case. Ranjit Sinha now has asked the Supreme Court to recall the probe order against him on basis of a diary entry. A significant development, many would say, in this case. And you would recall that the ex-CBI top boss, remember, has been under the scanner. There were allegations against him, which the Supreme Court actually believed did have some prima facie evidence. The reason why a probe was ordered by the CBI now against the ex-CBI top boss. But what Ranjit Sinha now has done is that he's gone to the Supreme Court, he's challenged that order, and he says that just because there is a diary entry, you cannot order a probe against me. Meenakshi Bhanja with us to break down that story further. Meenakshi, what essentially is the plea that has been put forward by Ranjit Sinha, and is that legally tenable?
Well, Deepthi, it will be very interesting to watch the position the Supreme Court takes on it. You'll recall, our viewers will recall, on an earlier occasion, the Supreme Court three-judge bench had found prima facie enough evidence basis the diary entries and subsequent voluminous arguments which were advanced by Prashant Bhushan to suggest a prima facie abuse of power instance for former CBI Director Ranjit Sinha. It had gone on to constitute a committee headed by the current CBI Director Alok Verma to investigate further those charges pending against Ranjit Sinha. Today, what is very interesting is Ranjit Sinha has challenged the particular order of the Honorable Supreme Court of India. He has gone on to cite the instance of the recently disposed of plea by the Supreme Court pertaining to Sahara Birla, saying that in that particular instance, the Supreme Court did not find those particular entries to be legally tenable, and therefore the same principle should be applied to his case. Now, going forward, how much merit or, judicial, after examination of judicial facts, how much veracity of his argument is substantiated or upheld by the Supreme Court will be worthwhile to watch. But clearly, Ranjit Sinha trying to sort of garner advantage by citing the Sahara Birla position of the Supreme Court and trying to clear his own decks.
This is interesting, Meenakshi, and as many would say, the Jain Hawala diaries were also very famously cited even as that previous court was concerned. But what happens from here on? Now, he's put that plea to recall that order. When does the Supreme Court actually hear this? Has this plea been admitted?
Well, insofar as the Supreme Court going ahead and admitting the plea, it will get clear in a short while from now. But, what is very interesting is in a judicial plea or in a judicial argument, when finality has been achieved to a matter, there are two sides to an argument. One side which wins and the other side which is on the losing side. And for the losing side to not have acceptance of the Supreme Court order and assail the order on whatever flimsy pretext that they deem appropriate is something that eventually the Supreme Court will have to take a position on in forthcoming days. But clearly, insofar as Ranjit Sinha is concerned, he is clearly looking to take some advantage of a recent incident in which there were a disparate set of facts which has undergone Supreme Court examination, while in Ranjit Sinha's case, the facts were different.
Okay, so that's what the Supreme Court is going to be weighing on. Appreciate, Meenakshi, you're getting us the latest on that. Thank you.